Welcome to Storm Shelter Cinema at Arlington High School, the movie review show where films will either find safe harbor from the storm or encounter a whole new one. Today we will be reviewing Glory Road, released in 2002, directed by James Gardner. I'm Giovanni Eddington, and I'm joined today by my co-host Neftalie and Anastacio.
Glory Road is a sports drama based on a true story. After being appointed the new coach of 1966 Texas Miners, Don Haskins decides to build a team based on talent rather than race. Everybody in town hates the lineup despite the fact that the team is winning all the games. When players like Bobby Joe Hill and the team captain Harry Flournoy begins to dominate the court with flashing moves, the racial tension increases, jeopardizing the future of the team. They are the first team in NCAA history to star 5 African American players in the championship game.
I think that one of the implicit meanings of this film is that tough love can be helpful. One scene that helps this is when the coach punishes the boys for breaking his rules and sneaking out. He does this by making them run laps on the court, and while it does make some of the players mad, it also makes others calm down.
I think the implicit meaning of this film is about overcoming adversity and breaking barriers. Talent and determination matter more than race. The film shows the coach's courage when he talks about how everyone is doubting their talent because of the team the audience sees. He wants to put a stop to it. The team stays together through the hardships they face during their time playing basketball. The title itself suggests a journey, one that is challenging but ultimately leads to a place of achievement.
One formal element in the film that I think was done well was the costumes. There's a wide variety of costumes shown in the some of them are dull. Some there are cowboy hats, dresses, tuxedos, basketball uniforms, and underclothes. One scene that shows the wide variety of outfits in the film is the scene where the boys go to the bar.
The formal element that stood out to me was the lighting throughout the film. Lighting is used to emphasize moments of racial tension. During the scene where the team faces hostility in the motel they are staying at, there was an incident. The ride back shows the lighting becoming more harsher in the bus, which emphasizes the emotions they are going through. On the other hand, moments of unity are often brighter.
I did not like this movie. However, I could be biased because I don't like sports stuff. The only other sports films I have watched are both comedies. I sort of like the story in this movie, but once it switched back to sports stuff, I started to lose interest again. If you like history and sports stuff, then you would like this movie, but I just couldn't get into it. One part I really didn't like was when the coach was the part where the coach also almost sends one of the players away because the player is afraid to give it his all. The reason why I didn't like this scene is because the player tells the coach that he will never be able to look his dad in the face again if he goes back home. That just didn't sit right with me.
I also didn't like that scene a lot. It didn't, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I also don't like sports films, but I kind of like this one because it tells a story and it shows the history behind it.
Like I get that tough love can be helpful, but when one of your players literally cannot go back home because he cannot look his father in the face because he knows his father will be disappointed in him if he doesn't go back home with like a scholarship.
Yeah.
Like you still try and send them home. That's not okay. That's not tough love at that point.
Yeah, I agree. Well, at the end, everything worked out, and I liked how it ended. I think it's very inspirational.
Yeah. Surprise question. What do you think, like, what was your favorite part of the movie, I guess?
I liked the process of like how everything was going, like the hardships and everything, the adventure that they took to get where they were.
Yeah. I guess my favorite part of the movie was like the end of it, I guess. 'Cause I just did not like it.
I mean, well, Thank you for joining us today on Storm Shelter Cinema. We reviewed Glory Road, released in 2006, directed by James Garner. I'm Neftalie and I like this movie, and my co-host Giovanni did not like this movie. We'll see you next time at the movies.